Good morning, frequent flyers. Welcome back to another video on the channel. If this is your first time clicking on one of my videos, hi, my name is Brandon. I am an international flight attendant for a European carrier, and I happen to be based in New York City. Today we're sitting down as the last day of 2024, which is crazy. This year has flown by, and I am going to share with you some of my flying stats for the year. The real question is, did I hit my 900 flying hours for the year?
I've been trying to make my wallet fold all day. Cashing in my dreams, big payout. Underneath my money tree, big shade.
At this point, this has definitely become a yearly thing. There is a whole playlist on the channel if you want to compare what I flew this year to years in the past. It's kind of interesting to see the various iterations of me throughout the year talking about the type of flying that I did. If you're not new here, then you already know that we do two types of flying at my airline. We do charter flying and then we do commercial flying. So for the most part, I can recollect which months were which, and some months were a little blended. January happened to be one of those months that was straight charters. I only worked charters in the month of January. I worked a total of 10 flights over the course of 2 trips, and that was 63 hours for the month. It was also my birthday month where we did that trip to Paris that also ended up going nowhere, so that was kind of cool. But I got to celebrate my birthday in Paris last year. From Mombasa back to Milan tonight, daytime flight. We are completely full. We're a huge crew of like 15. Lake Como was really nice. I mean, it was cloudy, so the weather was kind of crappy. But we still got to see what we got to see. I didn't imagine that it's like so amazing in the summertime. Like, so I am all dressed and ready for my deadhead back to New York. Then there was February. February was also a charter month, but it was a very slow month for me. I only worked 1 trip, which was 3 flights and a total of 18 hours for the whole month. Luckily, we are guaranteed 60 hours minimum for the month, so I do get 60 hours at a minimum regardless of how little I fly. But in February, I only worked 1 charter trip, and I remember that charter trip because that was a charter trip that became the death of the vlogging camera. Yeah. RIP to the vlogging camera. It is 3:58 a.m. and we are just getting into our hotel rooms. Hey you all, so I have made it here to London. Just got out the shower because I had to get in that shower and decompress for like 45, 50, 11,000 minutes before I started recording because let's just say I need to keep my job. All right, so March rolled around and this is where it started to get a little blended. It was a combination of both charter and commercial, more commercial. We did 2 trips and that was a total of 4 flights and it was 30 hours. I don't really remember anything memorable about the month of March. I remember being on reserve like all month long and thinking I wasn't going to get used. And so I feel really good right now. We're gonna take advantage of this good weather and our first time back in Paris, and we are going to the city. Okay, so made it onto the aircraft. All of my checks are done. We are actually delayed. Welcome back to the Bridgerton Hotel in Rome. You will hear me say that a lot because I have a bunch of these this month. Our April rolled around and this is kind of like the start of our commercial season for the year. I worked 4 trips, so it was a total of 10 flights, and in April I actually had 82 hours. So this is the first time at the first point of the year where I am going above my guarantee for the month. And yeah, April was cool. I don't remember anything necessarily standing out about April, but it came and it went. We are going to work today. I'm just starting the vlog earlier in the day because I'm going to my other job before we fly tonight. All right, freaking flyers. So just like magic, I have made it to the airport. I'm so No, it's too early for you to already be. So we are keeping the same position. So I guess what I'll do, since I don't have any other content, is I'll film an updated. May rolled around, we're in full-blown commercial season. This was absolutely my favorite schedule of the entire year. 10 flights over the course of 5 trips, but it was only worth 79 hours because the destinations. But the one thing I loved about May is I went to every single destination that month, and I love the variety of the month. So kudos to May, because that is one I will absolutely remember. I don't think I'll ever top that schedule ever again. Brandon is back in Berlin, y'all. Here we are. We're in Paris. I think we have like 28 hours here. Made it to the hotel here in Brooklyn. This is our new layover hotel. All right, we are back in the Bridgerton Hotel here in Rome. Tonight we're deadheading to London because my first part of my trip is actually a London turn. We are headed to Oslo tonight. This is my first time going, so we're unlocking a new layover. Okay, June rolled around. We were starting to get into that summer flying season. I had 4 trips, 7 flights, but only 62 hours in June. I don't know why it was so low, but yeah, June was very slight. What was I doing? I don't even remember. It's a very quick flight, like an hour. I want to say in 15-20 minutes from Richmond to JFK. I'm Brandon, I'm a guy who flies, coming to you with a new cut, a new color, new layover unlocked. Welcome to Athens, Greece, you all.
I'm on a plane, in my lane.
I feel like every video now, I'm starting it in the car, but such is life. The good old months. July rolled around. We had 4 trips. It was a total of 11 flights, and we had 96 hours for the month in July. We were definitely in our bag and getting our bag. Today is day 1 of 6, and we are here in New York. It's actually the 4th of July, so there are fireworks everywhere. Tonight we are starting a 3-day trip. This is actually the same exact trip that I worked last Monday. So we're going to Athens. That man just taught me how to say good day in German. I forgot already. Oops. But we are here, 26 hours. All right, so today I will be working 2 right. So I'm in the mid galley, which is the little baby galley here right at the boarding door. Then to really close out the summer flying months, in August I had 5 trips. It was another month of 11 flights, and I did 97 hours for the month. So July and August, we were definitely, it was something special knowing like the money is always there to be made in summer flying. I'm so used to coming to work late at night, I forgot how brutal this heat can be in the middle of the day. This is giving me flashbacks to Miami base. And one of the benefits of red eyes is that you take off, you feed everybody, and then everybody goes to sleep and the cabin goes dark. My schedule has changed so much. First of all, I had reserve on these days, and they plopped a 3-day trip to Rome on my schedule. My schedule changed, and they took away the Rome, and they gave me Athens. And then that got taken away, and then it was nothing. 2.5 hours after the time we were supposed to be on the aircraft, but we're on the aircraft. We are going, this is a 6-day trip as I mentioned. We are going to Rome, layover for 26 hours, come back to JFK, layover in base for 23 hours, go back to Rome, layover for 27 hours, and then come back to JFK. I'm ready to be done. This 6-day trip is gonna close out the month of August, and what I hope will be just the end of me and summer flying, because it has worn down on me. September rolled around and it was a very chill month. I had 3 trips, 6 flights, and I think I blocked 54 hours for the month of September. So this is where that peak of the year is gonna start going back down because it's gonna get a lot more chill the closer we get to the winter flying months. Commuter struggles. That 12 o'clock flight went out full. I have 2 more options. There's a 4 o'clock flight directly to JFK, then I think there's a 5 o'clock flight directly to LaGuardia. If I can't rebook in time for one of those 2 flights, I'm gonna have to call out. I had to take the train to work today because I started up my car and it acted like it didn't want to start, and then it didn't start. Before flu season gets here, I'm prepared. Badge off. We do not wear names on the plane because passengers don't need to know your name. In October, this is where charter started to start popping back up again. So it was a blend of both charter and commercial in October. I worked 4 trips. It was 9 flights for a total of 79 hours in the month of October. This was also Vlogtober, so yeah, there was a lot of filming happening that month. It is officially Vlogtober, daily vlogging, 31 days of videos from me. All right, so current time is 3 p.m. Oh, this watch is 2 minutes fast. and my report time is 3:30. You just want to check the mail to catering person ain't come yet, have they? We made it to the barbershop. I got cut. New season, new do, a new cut, a new color. Can we give LaGuardia its props because the renovations, the remodel, immaculate. Then in November, this was another blended month. I worked some charter and I worked some commercial. 3 trips, 10 flights, 64 hours for the month of November. I also remember taking off like a considerable amount of time in November. I was at home in Virginia for a very long time, and I really enjoyed that. It is day one of everyone's favorite yearly activity, recurrence. Adding to the chaos of this morning, I got a reroute request from crew control asking if I would be interested in going to the Maldives tonight instead of going back to New York. Welcome to Berlin, because we didn't go anywhere. Would you believe me if I said we missed our flight? And then lastly, this month of December, I've just had 2 very long trips, but 2 big trips, 12 flights, and it's coming in at a block of 69 hours. Today we are starting a 15-day trip. Yes, you heard that correct. 15. 1-5. And welcome to Milan. Not quite where we need to be yet. Made it to Zanzibar here in Tanzania. That flight was quick. It was turbulent though. We finally made it, y'all. Welcome to Salalah, Oman. Oman is country number 30. Today we are starting a 19-day charter trip because we are full-blown charter season at this point. I sat outside to film this video and I don't know if that was the best idea because these mosquitoes are tearing me up early this morning. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I didn't throw all those numbers at you for anything. They do accommodate to, they do accumulate, to a total that I like to share with you. In the year 2024, where we flew at least once in all 12 months, we flew 102 flights. That was a total of 379,664 miles flown. And I told you I would pose the question in the beginning of the video, did I hit my 900 hours? Because that is our limit per the European aviation regulations. We cannot fly more than 900 hours in a calendar year. And this year I actually hit 783 hours, which is a much better improvement to 2023's 532 hours. So we're getting close, but I did not hit the ceiling at all this year. We flew 22 routes. We were in 15 airports. We were in 13 countries over the course of 4 continents. The coldest destination that we went to would have been Oslo in Norway, and the warmest destination that we went to, or stopped at I should say, would be Zanzibar in Tanzania. The shortest flight that I worked this month, it was actually this month, but the shortest flight I worked this year would be Tanzania to Mombasa, which clocked in at just 58 minutes. And the longest flight that I have done this year would be Dubai to New York, which clocked in at 14 hours and 35 minutes. For the second year in a row, our top destination, the route that we've worked the most, city pair to city pair, is New York to Rome, which coming in at 25 times. Rome is a winner by clear. Second place would be Athens with 14 times work, but Rome is the clear winner here. Yeah, I wonder what destination will beat Rome next year. It probably will be Rome again. Rome is decent credit out of New York, so we're always going to work the trips that pay us the most. You know how we're doing. That is it, you all. 2024, what a year it has been. Thank you all so much for your continued support. I be coming to work, but then I force y'all to come to work with me. So we have been going to work. So we flew all of this, us and we, you and I, me and you. Yeah, it has been a really great year. In terms of my attendance, it was not as perfect as it was in 2023. I did have 1 sick call out and 1 commuter call out for the year, and I was actually never late. I was never late this whole year. But I did have 2 call outs. One sick call out when I injured my finger, and one commuter call out back in, I want to say October, when I just could not get to New York to save my life. But we worked everything that was on our schedule, and then some. Thank you all so much for watching. In a couple of days, my best Fly with the Guy for 2024 will be coming out with all of the bloopers, the deleted scenes, and all of the unedited footage that might have made the vlog, may have made the vlog in a very edited form, but I'm giving it all to you raw in just a couple of days, so stay tuned for that. I'm Brandon, I'm a guy who flies. Happy 2025, and I will see you all the next time.
No, a day goes by.